So a lot is going on right now. First up, Zuckerberg announces that Trump's Facebook and Instagram accounts will be blocked indefinitely and for at least the next 2 weeks until the peaceful transition of power is complete. It is only a matter of time before Twitter joins that. Also, articles of impeachment have been drawn up, and they are ready for introduction. And not only that, but a lot of people are calling for Trump to be immediately removed from office, including soon-to-be Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, as well as the rest of the Dems, and GOP members, including Representative Kinzinger.
All indications are that the president has become unmoored, not just from his duty, nor even his oath, but from reality itself. It's time to invoke the 25th Amendment and to end this nightmare.
So that's comforting. Also, the FBI is asking for tips and digital media about all the Trump supporters that stormed the Capitol yesterday. Correction, all the terrorists that stormed the Capitol yesterday. Which won't be difficult, because they're basically outing themselves, because they're idiots. The most underrated thing about them is how stupid they are. GOP is dead. Okay, so as we know, Trump's Twitter was banned yesterday. And that's awesome, I didn't think it would get any better. But the tweets and series of events that happened after were so funny, and I have to share it with you. So this was my all-time favorite. Hello, I am brand new to Twitter. What are you guys up to? Like, immediately. And this was his profile picture. And his name was John Barron, which for those of you who don't know, was a pseudonym he would use when he was under scrutiny and needed someone to convey a message without attaching his own name to it. It was an alias Trump would use to defend himself. Hysterical. But also shortly after he was banned, he found the POTUS account, and he tried to tweet off of it. And within minutes, Twitter took him down. Trump thought he was so slick. And then Gary Kobe, the Trump campaign digital director, changed his name to Donald J. Trump and tweeted something, and Twitter suspended his account too. Twitter spent the whole night playing whack-a-mole with Trump. He just kept popping up and they kept shutting him down. And afterwards, I went on Parler, and I captured a lot of the meltdown. I'll post a video later. So here's some crazy news. Apple has threatened to ban Parler from the App Store. Yeah, you heard me right. Apple wrote to Parler's executives that there had been complaints that the service had been used to plan and coordinate the storming of the U.S. Capitol by President Donald Trump supporters on Wednesday. The insurrection left 5 people dead, including a police officer. Here's part of the letter. So here's basically what I just read. The app also appears to continue to be used to plan and facilitate yet further illegal and dangerous activities. Our investigation has found that Parler is not effectively moderating and removing content that encourages illegal activity and poses a serious risk to the health and safety of users in direct violation of your own terms of service. So they are violating their own terms of service, which are probably what allows them to be on the App Store. Content of this dangerous and harmful nature is not appropriate for the App Store. Newsflash, it's just not appropriate in general. And they asked them to please submit an update in the requested moderation improvement plan within 24 hours of the date of this message. And if they do not receive that update in 24 hours, your app will be removed from the App Store. That is incredible. I'll go on Parler and see what they're saying, and I'll post a video of all their tears. What a great day. Okay, I'm gonna try to cover a lot here. These major airlines are going to prohibit passengers flying to D.C. to check firearms, to tighten security ahead of Biden's inauguration. And if you thought that wasn't extreme enough, they're also bringing back a post-9/11 rule, requiring all passengers flying in and out of Reagan National Airport to stay seated for 30 minutes after departure or before arrival, because those Trump supporters who stormed the Capitol were terrorists. So much so they had to bring back a post-9/11 rule. Also, the House is introducing a new resolution to award Officer Eugene Goodman the Congressional Gold Medal for his brave acts diverting people away from the Senate chambers. Well deserved. Also, Pelosi is having a retired lieutenant general do an immediate review of the Capitol security. Here's a statement. And also a review of the members of Congress who might have helped these people or incited it. And here's what she had to say about that.
If they aided and abetted the crime, there may have to be actions taken beyond the Congress and in terms of prosecution.
So I'm excited to keep up with that. Also, there are more deaths reported this week from coronavirus than the CDC's estimate of flu-related deaths during the entire 2019-2020 season. Mask up.
Timeline of a public pressure victory. Due to inflammatory rhetoric by Trump and a lot of other GOP politicians, we have an insurrection at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. In spite of this, 147 Republicans still vote to overturn the election results. Almost immediately afterwards, Judd Legum of Popular Information releases this article about the 20 corporations who are giving the most money to those same Republicans. Many people amplified the article, including me here on TikTok, where this video has about 175,000 views right now. We start hearing that lots of companies are dropping the GOP, but still not the ones in Judd Legum's article. I decided it might be a good idea to let those companies know over on Twitter, where they pay more attention, that here on TikTok, they're catching hell for what they've done. And a lot of other people are putting a lot of pressure too. And look at this. Boom. AT&T, top donor in Judd Legum's list, has just dropped them. The rest will fall like dominoes.